right, welcome everybody to Sports Podcast here, Spitballin' Sports Podcast. I'm your host, John, petting my cat, along with my co-host and friend, Scott. What's happening, Scott? You're mute.
What's up, buddy?
No, not much. Not much. Robin's here. How you doing, Robin?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hey, Robin, what's happening?
Hey, Scott.
Not much going on. Well, a lot going on. Chris says hi. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How's your week going, Scott?
Good. It's over, so that's good.
Yeah,
the
It's about to get incredibly shitty out again, so.
Yeah.
Perfect weekend to watch. I'm glad we got 2 days of football. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yesterday was terrible, man. That rain. Sometimes I'd rather go with snow because it just annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, dampness.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was telling my wife, I said, going to the game, if I would have had the choice, even knowing there's a snowstorm this weekend at the stadium, if I could have picked either the two games, even if it was switch, even if it was the Jets and the Jets, let's just say I'm saying that, I would have definitely went to the snow game because I can bundle up and stay warm when it's snowing.
Definitely.
Sat on the bench during the game and got my ass wet, and that was it. And that was right at the beginning of the game. So I was like soaked for the rest of the time I was there.
Yeah.
It sucked. And I had many layers on, so that water made its way all the way through.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Jets game. It was raining. It was raining sideways. That's right.
Oh, dude, it was almost like a thick mist. It just soaked everything, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like being at the falls. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's just,
that's exactly what it was, dude. That's the best example. Yeah, just like that.
Something really unbelievable is happening, Scott. I mean, like I'm talking, this is something I would have never thought could happen, but Alex Ovechkin is close. He scored his 800th goal the other night, and he is one away from Gordie Howe, which is 801. Obviously, 802 will break it. And then he's headed towards Gretzky, who's at 894. And it's unbelievable.
What's he generally average per year for goals?
40. 30,
so how many years left do you think he'll play?
He's in his 18th season. I think he's got at least 4 more, maybe 5.
He should, barring an injury or a major setback, he should totally break. He's going to break Gretzky's record, huh?
He is.
Yeah, he is.
I can't even believe that.
Now Ovechkin's played 1,306 games. Gretzky ended his career at 1,487. So I think it's going to be close. He might do it because right now he's on.
I was just going to say, is there going to be another little asterisk after it or anything?
No, there should be nothing. The only thing, but this is just the way the game is. I mean, overtime has changed now than when it was then, but still, I mean, it's just.
Well, really, with hockey, it hasn't had any massive rule changes that benefit players or anything, right? Like
the 3-on-3 over.
Let me say this. So the times have definitely changed. Players, as far as equipment, exercise, being in shape, that's big time different. That's probably, to me, that's the biggest difference. But was there anything else? Is he benefited in any way from anything else? Yeah,
the 3-on-3 overtime is different. Oh, okay. That's a big difference. Now, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many goals he's ever scored 3-on-3. The shootout goals don't count. When they do shootouts, those don't count towards your goal total. And the only thing they changed is major change in the game is the red line. There's no longer off. There's only the red line, the center ice line. Yeah, they used to be able to have offsides there and then offsides going in the zone. They took the red line one away. So that opened it up a little more. But,
okay.
But I mean, when you go back to Gretzky playing when he played in the 70s and 80s, the goalies, I mean, they weren't that good. I mean, you could watch what was going on. I mean, everyone was upright and they kind of looked, it just didn't. And then it was funny. In around 1992, 93, everything changed. All of a sudden, the equipment changed.
Is that what started it? Did they make the goalie equipment smaller?
The goalie equipment got bigger in the 90s. You know what I mean? It got bigger. And the players got, I don't know what it was, but then all of a sudden here comes, Patrick Waugh showing up and Dominic Hasek and these guys. And these guys were way better than the Ken Drydens or the Mike Palmatiers of the past or even the Billy Smith. So, I mean, and Gretzky still scored against them, too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he still scored his goals, but a little bit older in the 90s. But Ovechkin, he won a Stanley Cup. He's going to end up being the greatest goal scorer ever. I mean, he really is. And it's probably –
Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's big. Yeah.
He's about a nice guy. He's like a really nice guy and shit like that.
He's a Russian. Here's the thing about him, and people – this infuriates me because you know how I'm going to feel about this. He's a Russian from Russia. He lives in he loves.
He lives in Russia. Oh, okay.
He loves where he comes
not
from.
moved over to the States now or nothing.
No, not during the off season. He's back and he loves it there.
Man, they're gonna claim.
Oh no, and he loves and he is friends with Putin. He's friends with him, and I don't even care though. What's that got to do with playing hockey?
It doesn't have nothing to do with nothing.
It doesn't matter. And
the guy's good. I don't care where he's from. The moon. I mean, you know what I mean? It's amazing what you gotta. People sit and pick that stuff apart instead of just being able to sit back and enjoy the ride of being able to watch someone actually do that. Well,
you know, I'm watching the Leaf game last night, and they were talking about in the intermission, and they started it, and they started talking about, well, Ukraine Canadians aren't real happy with him, and all this.
Those are the guys that bring the shit up and get it out there. You shouldn't even be brought up. Go ahead. I didn't mean it.
No, it shouldn't be.
That's how it started right there, dude. One guy in the booth says something.
And you just look at it like, come on, man, what the hell's that got to do with anything? And this is like when Bonds broke the record. They had home run record. It's huge. And I think obviously this is going to be a little better because we don't have steroids in the mix. So it'll be, I hope there hasn't been. So that's good. It makes it a little more pure. I just think it's this guy. I mean, it's the players.
Those relations with Russia, what Russia will even be like in 4 years. I mean, Putin could be dead.
Yeah.
He could be in prison for war crimes in 4 years. I doubt that's going to happen, but still, you know what I mean? Who knows? Things might change around. I hope for his sake so that people don't hate on him because of that.
I just, it's the most bizarre.
Has he preached by the Putin word? I mean, like, has he come out and spoken up has he gotten involved in that? As long as he hasn't gotten involved in that, then oh well. I mean,
that's the thing. There hasn't been any involvement. Even with the Ukraine thing, of course, they went to him right away to get a comment.
Sure, of course.
And I remember his comment. I should have had it to play for you and everyone. He says, I love peace. He goes, I want peace. And he goes, and he even said, I have friends that are Ukrainian. And, he just said, this has got to stop. I love peace. So, but yes, he likes him and Putin are, because, he's the greatest player of all time. And Russia loves hockey.
Just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean you have to subscribe to all their beliefs.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I mean, I get it. Putin's beliefs are a little bit more hardcore. So, I mean, I can understand why people would there's just people that can't keep their feelings out of stuff. So they're going to hold that against them. There's nothing nothing going to change that.
But what will be cool is he breaks the record probably. I mean, this year he's got 20 goals, I believe, on the season so far, 21 goals. They've played, 30 games now. So there's 52 games left. So he's,
Does he play a lot of minutes?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He plays. Yeah. He's a machine. He's big. He hits. He's big. He's a huge guy. He's a great player. I mean, maybe the greatest of all time. Really.
Army knife kind of a player. I got to grab my drink. I'm sorry.
He's a big guy. He'll hit you on the boards. He's a winger though, where Gretzky, of course, was a center. So that might make a difference, Robin, a little. Yeah. But I mean, Gretzky was a center and obviously a lot smaller than Ovechkin. I don't know, man. It's just like Ovechkin went a long time without winning a Stanley Cup, but winning all the, he'd win the scoring title. He won
on the way.
Yeah, all of it. Then he finally wins the Stanley Cup, and
just really shitty teams.
No, they were really good. It reminds me of the Maple Leafs in a lot of ways. They would have great teams that would then lose in the playoffs all the time, and then finally they broke through and win the Stanley Cup. And he's been just a machine. I don't know. His whole career, it's 40 goals. 50 goals, 40, it's just like that. I mean, this year I think he'll score 40.
You're good. I mean, I've heard a lot of praise about him on the radio, on the airwaves there all week long.
I'm just disgusted by that whole Putin thing with the media. They should probably just let that shit go. It's really,
that guy chose to dirty up the whole thing by bringing it up. I mean, he didn't have to do that. You're almost putting your opinion on other people. As far as I'm concerned, you're trying to make people dislike him or take something away from what he's.
Well, that's why I had such a big problem with them taking the Russians out of certain events, Russian athletes. I did not understand why they'd be banned. Why are you banning them from the World Junior Hockey Tournament? Why are you banning them for anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you banning the athlete? I could say, all right, Putin can't come. He's banned. All right, fine. But like the other people, I mean, they're playing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That one, yeah. Well, I mean, people are there. It is what it is, man. It's because it's a world event, I guess, and no one approves of what Russia is
I know.
doing the world right now, I guess. I mean, it's obviously political, so.
It's a shame, though, because, I mean, the athletes, of course they're going to be proud to play for their country, but they're not necessarily pro-Putin.
True.
You know what I mean? Of course they're going to be, anybody that plays in the Olympics or the World Juniors and stuff like that. But it's just so crazy.
People are people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just, he's not in the Kremlin. I mean, he's not a part of they're just people everywhere. I think everywhere.
You gotta remember, man, there's people that, I mean, who knows, the people that are making the decisions, they might look at it as, oh yeah, no way, that guy's just like him. I mean, he subscribes to their way thing. I mean, it's that person's personal opinion about those people. You know what I mean? It's a shame, but it's unfortunate they're caught in the crosshairs of the whole thing.
But
I feel
for
bad
me,
sure.
I will celebrate the fact, and we will on this podcast, when he breaks the record. Yeah, because that's going to be an incredible. The fact that he's going to go past Gordie Howe probably against Toronto tomorrow night. I'm sure, but he'll go past Gordie Howe, and then he's on his way to Gretzky. So I'd have never thought Gretzky's record falls, but
I wouldn't even have thought of it, man.
Yeah.
Just because it's so been crushed down our throats that he's the greatest of all time, and there's not going to be anybody better.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's kind of been the narrative that's been the narrative forever, and you can never say never, man.
The year he scored 72 goals, the goalies were so kind of, and I was watching hockey, a big fan. It was like, 80, 81. Donnie Edwards for the Sabres. When he scores that goal in Buffalo, he scores, I believe, the record breaker here. I mean, it was funny. The goalie, it was almost like street hockey. I didn't realize how bad it was until I got into the 90s. And I started seeing Hasek and Patrick Waugh and Ed Belfour and all that, and Curtis Joseph. You know what I mean?
You didn't really realize how bad the goalies were?
Yeah. Somewhere in there, though, hockey changed like incredibly fast, because from 85 to 89, which I was in high school, that was my high school years, I remember it really well. And it was still the same kind of hockey, hitting, the whole deal, but the goaltenders were the same. We got to the 90s, and all of a sudden, I don't know what did it. I mean, like Martin Brodeur shows up. Think of all the great goalies in the 90s.
Yeah.
And,
that was fun.
But anyways, Ovechkin will be ready to break the record maybe, I'm going to say 2.5 years, I'd say, after this season. We'll see what kind of run he goes on here.
We'll be able to say we saw it.
Yeah. He's at 800 now. Let's say he ends the season at maybe 820, 825. Next year he scores another 40.
Yeah, he's just lining himself right up for it, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can grab another drink. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
It was empty when I grabbed it.
What? Do you think he's a better player than Gretzky?
Oh, you see, now we're going to get into the thing of time.
Right.
It's Gretzky was the greatest of his time, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
A better player. Hey, Gretzky's a center. You know how that goes. He's on the boards.
Yeah.
Jesus. A better player. A center is usually a better all-around player, I guess.
Right. I would say so, yeah.
It's kind of hard. I mean, but Gordie Howe was basically Gretzky. I mean, Gordie Howe was basically like Ovechkin in a lot of ways. He was rough. He hit. He fought. He did all that stuff. You know what I mean? So he's the greatest of our time. Okay. Of our time. Yeah, he's the greatest since certainly since the 2000s, the millennium.
Right.
Let's go there, I would say.
Better than Crosby?
Yes, better than Crosby, yeah. Better than Crosby. Better goal scorer. Less probably than Crosby had on his teams. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Who's ever come the closest before this? Is there anybody that was creeping up that maybe retired that looked like they were on their way and an injury caught them? Or
I'm trying to think. Obviously, Gordie Howe was even before Gretzky. Gretzky passes him.
Or anybody that was kind of heading that direction, then just had a major decline in their play or anything? No?
Like Mario Lemieux, if he would have been able to, back those days, if he would have been able to he had cancer, he came back from cancer.
Where's he on the list?
He's in the top, but Lemieux's like top 6.
Yeah.
In goals. I mean, he's got.
Well, who's like number 4? Like who are those top 5 guys?
You've got, bring it up for me, Robin. You've got, because I want to get it right. I'm going to guess. You bring it up.
Okay.
You got Gretzky, you got Howe, you have Ovechkin. Lemieux is right there, I'm guessing. Well, I'm going to get the numbers. That's a good question. I should have had them beforehand. Because Mike Bossy, I don't know where Mike Bossy is in all this.
Right.
He was unbelievable goal scorer with the Islanders. Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, your phone moves like that. Worse than me.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's the phone's fault. That's all right.
All right, here we go.
All right, who you got?
All right, we got Gretzky.
Gordie
Howe.
All right, hold on. Gretzky, Howe, yep.
Ovechkin.
Okay, now who's 4?
Jágr.
I forgot all about him. How many does he have?
He has 1733.
No, how many goals?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Jaromir Jágr. Isn't he still playing, dude?
766.
Wow, he had 766 goals for Jágr.
Didn't he just retire maybe like last year or something? I heard he came back again.
Couple of years ago he retired, but he keeps on coming back in Europe. Like he keeps playing over there back. He's like 50 now.
So it was Europe I heard he was in. I knew he had come back. I'm like, man, that guy just never stops.
So who's after?
How old is Jágr?
I think he's in his close to our age.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he don't stop. He might be a little bit older. He might be 50.
How is his body with just because he played all of them? How is he not full of arthritis by now?
I know.
Seriously?
Who's next after Jágr?
Brett Hull.
How many?
Oh, God, I forgot about Brett Hull.
741.
741. Who do we got after him?
Marcel Dion.
Oh, Marcel Dion. Wow. Right there. He lives right across the street.
I don't know him.
He lives in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
731.
Okay.
Number 7 is Phil Esposito. 717.
717. And then this next one will be the last one.
Mike Gartner.
Wow.
708.
Wow.
And then
okay, go ahead.
You want to fill out the top 10?
Yeah, go ahead. Fill it out.
Number 9 is Messier at 694.
694.
And number 10 is Steve Yzerman at 692.
All these names are coming back to me when you're saying them. These guys are all on. I forget all these names.
Okay, Lemieux was 11.
Lemieux was 11 with.
How many games did he play?
He had 690 goals and he played 915
Wow,
games.
He only played 915 games.
What about Sid the Kid? How many goals he got? Where's he at on the list?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see where he is if you could find him.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, it's a curious question.
Here we go. He's got 534.
534 for Crosby. He's had a great career.
He's missed, but he's also missed a lot of time due to injury, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He's got 1,138 games.
1138. Think about the Lemieux. 690, 915 games.
I know, that's crazy.
Gretzky played 1487. If you put him, he'd be the king.
Yeah.
He would have been that Hodgkins got him though.
Yep.
He missed 2 years, then he came back, and then he played well. I think he scored.
Who, Gretzky?
No, Lemieux.
Oh, Lemieux. Right. Yeah, when he got the cancer. I remember.
That's just too bad. But anyways, yeah, Marcel Dion, he was played for the Kings.
Yeah.
He's from Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Is he really? Canada?
Yeah, across there, yep. All right. Mike Gartner, though. Wow. Good one. Holy cow. All right, let's get to something that I wanted to show you. And I want to get your reaction, Scott, to this. I want to know what you think as far as, and I'll ask you a question about it. But here, let's just watch it.
Okay.
This was the Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe show. If you haven't seen it out there, check this out.
45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
Skip, I did what I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than
Way
you.
better.
Skip, what did I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
No,
for
I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's just so.
you
know what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your
it.
game, and it's by
Have
far.
at it. Have at it.
Okay,
Take off,
I'm
bro.
going to have at it because I'm going to have at you.
So there you go. Now, but
hate Skip Bayless. Can I
a
just
little context? I watched the 11-minute segment that happened before that.
I didn't get all that. I only saw that. Was there a lot leading up to it? Why they were so fired up?
Because it's a constant, I guess, thing on that show where Skip Bayless loves Brady so much.
Totally,
right.
dude. Guy does no wrong.
And what's his name? Not Bayless, and Shannon Sharpe just showed him. He just had a bad game. He did not play well the other night. In his last game, and Skip kept saying, "Well, no, Mike Evans dropped the ball. Well, no, there was a holding call and all this stuff." So Shannon Sharpe, going back and forth.
Excuses for Brady, of course. That's what Bayless does.
And then all of a sudden, that broke loose because Bayless
he got all high. Dude, he got scared for a minute. Did you see his face?
He should.
It looked like he shit his pants for a minute. Would you put your glasses back on? Dude, I wish you would have just reached across and fucking full hand slap that guy. I can't stand that guy.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you think there was a part of me that's like, is this real? I think it might have been.
Oh, it was real. There's no doubt it was real. That was real. Shannon Sharpe was pissed, dude. He was mad. Well, I could tell.
Robin, go ahead. What did you?
I definitely thought it was real. I can't stand Skip Bayless, and I got to say, Stephen A. Smith is so much better since he got away from him.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless is cancer, man.
I just don't. Here's the thing. I'm going to say what I've always wanted to be. I could not ever be in the chair of Shannon Sharpe. I knew that from at the time when I was at T-ball and the guy told me don't quit my day job.
I have a felony charge.
Yeah, right. So I would never be on that side though, because I'm not athletic. I would never be, but I could be on Skip Bayless's end. Like I always wanted to be there.
Yeah.
How the hell do you?
How is he so fucking popular? Pardon my language. How is he so popular on TV? Who likes? I don't know anybody that likes him. Like I don't know anyone that likes Skip Bayless. How is he on ESPN? How does he have all these shows and shit?
But how does he say? You know what? I never like it when athletes, when you got a sports writer, you got a guy who's a host, whatever he is, and they watch the games, they're into it.
Sure.
I never like when athletes say to them, "You never played, so you don't understand." I always thought that's messed up. They shouldn't say that to the guy, because that doesn't matter. I can see. So then he didn't say. Now, if he'd said that to Skip Bayless, I could have seen maybe a fight back. He never even said it. Like that was never even.
He just said, "You keep throwing shit out about me whenever I say anything about Tom Brady." Dude, for him to sit there and try to compare him like that was the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe.
No, how can you compare?
But
how can you compare a quarterback and a tight end?
It's ridiculous. It's not even. And I think Bayless for a minute realized it and kind of maybe felt a little dumb. It was ridiculous. You can't compare that. Let me tell you something. You can say what I saw a video of Shannon Sharpe last week on Twitter. Okay, it had nothing to do with this. He was at a gym with his guy, and they were just working out or something like that. They must have just got done working out or something like that. And Shannon Sharpe was laughing because the dude was taking pictures of himself, I think, or something. He was taking like selfies of himself. Shannon's like, "Oh yeah, I can do that too." Yo, how old is Shannon Sharpe? He's got to be in his 50s, right?
Got to be, yeah.
John, that dude looks like he could completely he lifted up his shirt.
Yeah, he's a great
shredded.
Yeah, like a statue. Yeah,
any body fat on his body. He picked up his shorts and did his leg. Oh my God, dude, it looked like a tree trunk. That guy looks exactly like he did when he played.
Yeah, he does.
He's probably in fucking game shape. Yeah, I'm seriously. I'll bet you if he had to. Well, he'd have to get up to speed with cardio. But dude, that guy is stacked. He's in great shape. But
I don't
know, dude. That comparison's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to
get on fucking television,
because it was so bad because when Shannon Sharpe, he says he's better. When Skip Bayless says he's better than you, Shannon Sharpe almost says, "Well, I'm better than you." But you can see he stops himself.
Right.
He almost said it.
Did you hear when his voice went like?
Yeah. Oh my
God. I was like, are they competing to see who can hit the highest octaves? Yeah. They're both like screaming like little girls.
Yeah. I can't stand it. It pisses me off because any one of us here would never be on the side of the athlete. He's a machine. We're not Shannon Sharpe.
Right.
No. How would you go to him and say what he said?
I know.
I just don't even.
Especially when you're fucking 100 pounds if you got bricks in your pockets. You ever see that guy?
Yeah,
he's a skinny little dude.
He's got to be 70, too. I mean, he's old.
Nobody's Jim Romed him. You know what I'm saying?
Chris says.
Give him the old.
Chris says he was talking about top 5 goaltenders. We can get into that in a little bit. About the clip, I don't think Brady was even the best of all time. Yeah, I think he might
That's
be.
a hard one. Good luck arguing that one with
Yeah, that's
somebody.
a tough
Yeah, I
one.
don't know
Yeah.
about that.
I hate the guy. I hate the guy only because of into the Bills. I don't hate him as a
Right.
person. He's the fucking greatest quarterback that's ever played. I mean, there's just no comparison. He's broken every record. He's proved it. He's won all the Super Bowls. I mean, till somebody comes along and does that, dude. Yeah.
And he comes. The story really is, if you didn't live here, and you know what, even not just being in Buffalo, it's really weird how they. I don't know if it was his own fault or whose fault, but the portrayal of him, he couldn't have been such a They try to make him out like he's some kind of prima donna. He couldn't have been.
They make him out like he's an altar boy.
Yeah, and he came from in the seventh round pick. He was almost like Purdy,
Right.
and to get to this level. And you know the chip
I
you have on
love
your shoulder?
that quarterback. Purdy's fucking so good. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean? To have that chip on you, to continue to do that and do that.
well, you got to have that Kobe. That's why there isn't a lot of them, John. There's only a few guys that works with that they can internalize that and then push it out onto the field and make it work all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tom had some luck on his side with some things that went his way as regards to that team and being able to, but I mean, they pretty much change wide receivers almost every other year and they still won. So it's like, well, that's constantly changing, but the results are staying the same. And this dude's the quarterback.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. He was great. Great.
He was the great.
Yeah, New England since he left. Look at New England since he left. The whole thing going on in Tampa right now, I don't think Tom wanted to be there this year, but he was under contract, so he had no choice. I don't think he wanted to go back because I don't think he saw the drive in those guys maybe, and it's obvious. Look, they don't have it. How do you fall? How do you turn to that when you were just –
I truly – that offense
came the year before. Like, how do you turn to that with this – with almost the only thing missing is Gronkowski. That entire group is almost 100% the same.
I know
added to.
Yeah, and he had some offensive line. Well, I mean, there's some guys that got carted out. Major.
Is Godwin still is Godwin still playing?
I don't even know.
I don't even know either because I haven't heard his name in so long.
I can't even watch that. I don't know
that wide receiver lineup, dude. Julio Jones.
I don't like watching it. I don't even. They're boring. I can't watch it. They're such a boring team.
They don't look. They didn't look like they were trying.
You got a question?
Yeah. Do you think that Brady is to blame for the Buccaneers' struggles?
Partially.
I say no, but you say partially.
Maybe not on the field, but I think it's more of that locker room. All that shit that happened earlier in the summer, I'm telling you right now, guys were mad.
He never came in. Yeah.
They don't all love Tom Brady like the fans do. They just work with that guy every day, and a lot of them are probably like, this fucking guy. Look at this guy. He takes off and goes on a vacation for 2 weeks with his old lady or whatever. I mean, I'm sure guys were mad.
I'm sure they were too. Why wouldn't you be? Especially
on your offense. He's not there to have those reps and all that meaningful shit.
And there was big names on there. I mean, there's guys that make money. It's not like they're, I'm sure the younger. Yeah, no, you're probably right. A little bit. I think the offensive line.
It's not the whole thing, but I'm sure it might be a little piece to the puzzle.
I think the offensive line was a humongous problem. He lost two guys that never come back. They were carted out, and then Wirfs got it too.
Yeah.
And aren't they on like their third string center or something like that?
Yeah, that hurt. And they just don't have. I guess I like Leonard Fournette. I don't know. And I've
seen Brady taking some pretty good shots this year, dude.
Sure did. Sure has.
Just last week, he was getting pummeled.
Yeah.
Like he could end up getting hurt.
Let's look at something else. This is fun though. Before we take a break. Here, let me play.
John of all time, probably.
This is about Dan Campbell from the McAfee Show.
This guy.
Here we go.
Yeah, Coach Motor City, Dan Campbell, it's an honor. When you guys drew up that play for Penei Sewell to win the game, what was that conversation like in practice before throwing him the football? And did you say anything to him right before the play when you guys ran it on Sunday?
Well, that was something that's been a long time coming. We've been talking about Penei for a long time. Like, man, we got to throw this guy a ball because he's too good of an athlete. He really is. He's something else. And so it was like, we use our jumbo tight ends quite a bit in general. And it's like, man, why don't we let's get him report eligible and let's get him a ball or get him a couple of throws. And we were going to do some things in the red zone. And they end up being, 4 minutes is where we felt like we were going to get a similar style defensive scheme. And so it just felt like, hey, it was the right time. And look, here's another thing that happened. These things happen during the game, but so we're in that situation and the fans are doing the wave. around the stadium, and so I'm just watching, and I hear Ben Johnson's like, "Hey, coach, do you want to?" And I'm so focused on the wave, and I said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I look up, and we're throwing it to Panay, and I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Wow. Dude, is that not the fact that he admitted that? I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
I really like Dan Campbell, man. He's just because you know why? He's like us.
Yeah.
Except he was a professional football player. Like, he's just a regular dude. And no coach would ever. Could you see Bill Parcells or Bill Belichick or anybody going up on a mic and admitting that shit like he just did? Dude, that was the final play of the game, and he's concentrating on the fucking wave.
That's
awesome.
That's great. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan, and I hate I should hate the Lions, but they've always been so weak. But
why would you hate them, man? That poor fan base has had nothing but bad luck their entire life.
You're a Bears
it's just
fan.
division stuff.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. I'd like to see him make the playoffs. I think that'd be great for the city.
I hope they make it too. Right. I hope they make it and beat someone.
You know, we were talking about Tom Brady, and guess what I did at the beginning of the year? And I think you're going to remember I did this. Remember at the beginning of the season, we said we were going to bet on some teams to make the playoffs or anything? Did we ever have that conversation? We had the conversation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I put money on Carolina to win the division. They might.
Wow. They might.
The odds were ridiculous.
Right.
And they might pull it off. So that little $10 bet, but I might pull a couple $100 out of it.
Because the Buccaneers are 6-7.
And the Bucs they're playing Cincinnati this week. They're probably going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, and the Panthers are 5-8. Someone else is 5-8. Atlanta, and I think the Saints are 4-9. Oh my God! Yeah, you got to really. They might be the best team there.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold could pull in a division title for the Panthers.
I kind of like it. It'll be interesting to see how Atlanta is with Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yes,
I think there's probably going to be some growth. How was he in the preseason? I know he got reps in the preseason.
People loved him. Yeah, people liked him. I mean, there was the
fans clamoring for him to be the starter.
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't there, Ron?
Yes,
there was some of that.
Preseason, huh?
Well, we'll see. Really good, yeah.
Can't hurt with what they have.
Preseason too, so
yeah,
there's that.
Now they put Mariota on the IR, and he's going to have his surgery.
All right.
Yeah, that whole thing went down really weird, huh?
It sure did.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
obviously done now in Atlanta. There's no way he's coming back.
I couldn't believe they wanted him to be their starter. I mean, that really shocked. Like, I don't know why.
But it worked out for a while.
For a short,
for a little bit, they looked okay.
Yeah, kind of reminded me a little bit of what happened with who the hell was it? In Indy in a way, with Matt Ryan. Like, it was kind of okay, and like, oh, all right, yeah. There's another guy. I don't know. Where does he end up? What does he do? Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to be there.
He'd be there. That's it.
They got to keep him. They have no choice. That contract ain't going nowhere.
Oh, I didn't even know he. Oh, they signed. It was a big. Okay.
Oh yeah. They signed him to a couple-year contract.
Did they? Well, they'll just sit with them. But and
I'm pretty sure there was a good amount of guaranteed money because McAfee talks about it. So I'm pretty sure they're stuck with him next year.
And those are the types of teams. Atlanta. This is my opinion. Indy. New England, although New England already has a quarterback, or a young quarterback.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah, they really refuse to. I say this every week to not be mediocre. They just want to be mediocre. 9-8 is fine. Just get in the playoffs.
New England's way of his style of signing players and paying guys, and the New England way, the Patriot way. I mean. That shit's he hasn't really doesn't seem like he's made any changes. And the changes any changes he has made have been terrible. But dude, that shit doesn't work anymore. You have to progress in your thinking and your coaching. Yeah. And that's why these guys like Sirianni and all that are coming up and McDaniels and all them. And they're changing with the times. And Belichick, I keep calling him Parcells.
He might as well be Parcells. It's the same
like a fucking duo back in the day. But that way of thinking, dude, it can't continue.
No.
And he got lucky with Brady. Had he not had Brady, where would the fucking Patriots have been?
Yeah, where he would have.
But he was coming off that major injury. But I mean, seriously, where would they have been if they didn't if Brady didn't end up becoming what he became? They'd have probably been fucking mediocre for a long time.
He would have been he'd have been a casualty. He got fired in Cleveland, and he probably got fired again, and would have been a coordinator somewhere. Seriously, I think
It kills me that they have those 2 tight ends, but they don't even use them.
And not at all. They don't even know they're there.
Keanu Smith was like a fucking touchdown machine, and now he goes there to die.
And it's amazing when you'd figure you have Mac Jones, so that should be perfectly.
Then you got Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
He was halfway decent in San Diego. He had scored some touchdowns and shit.
I
wanted Buffalo to sign him. I wanted Buffalo to get one of those guys because we needed a touchdown score. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be dumping the ball off to these guys all the time because he's a new quarterback and shit, checking down and shit to these guys.
Right.
It seem like they're just there to block.
Bullshit. It's so bad.
Isn't that amazing that Jonathan Smith is like, dude, when's the last time you heard his name?
Never. I thought he was hurt and gone.
Hunter Henry.
No.
I think he got a touchdown 3 weeks ago. That's the only time you ever hear these guys. It's sad to watch guys that could be so good on other teams and they went there and their career's just going to fade.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break? It's halfway time. It's halftime. We'll take our commercial breaks. We'll be back to talk all NFL. We'll be back in a moment.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
All right, welcome back to Spitballing Podcast.
It's all like chaos in the kitchen. Hold on, I gotta look at what just.
All right, yeah, no problem. You got to scrum. Oh, geez, I almost knocked over everything. Holy cow! Hey, week 15, we got games Saturday. It's Christmas time, but
children.
Saturday games.
Saturday games.
Week 15.
Let's make some money. By the way, people, just to let you know, I wish I could have talked to you yesterday. Fortunately, couldn't. If you did gamble last night, the 49ers were obviously the way to go. Everybody knew that prior 77% of the money was on the Niners. And like I told John earlier, I put together a little same game parlay. Wouldn't put a lot of money on it because I'm losing my ass this year. And I hit with McCaffrey, Kittle, and the money line with San Francisco. So did all right. Happy.
Let's keep it going. So we still sit at 50%, 110 and 110 and 5 pushes. Let's start week 15 now. Saturday, 1:00 tomorrow. Kind of fun. Well, interesting. Colts are 4-8-1, and they are traveling to the Vikings, who are 10-3. We have a line of Minnesota -4 over under 48. I am, looking at the game in the beginning of the year, and I thought it had been a good game. At this point, not sure what to expect. I'm not sure. I wish the Colts were getting a little more. I wish they're getting more points.
I don't understand why they're not. Well, maybe just because of the game that Minnesota played last week. Because
I
wish it was 6 or 6.5 or 7.
I think it's at 3.5 now.
It actually went down to 3. You just looked. Wow.
Yeah, and
I got 3.5 on mine too.
Wow.
I expect it to be a lot of scoring because the over/under is 47.5. Like they expected Indianapolis to light it up all of a sudden.
I'm confused by this game.
I don't know, but I like Minnesota.
Do you like the Vikings?
Love Minnesota.
All right, and so does Scott. You guys both love Minnesota.
Revenge from losing last week. I think the Indy's gonna get their asses spanked.
Yeah, they haven't played. Minnesota's really got to turn. I mean, they're still 10-3, but they really need to.
They need to make up for that embarrassing loss, man.
Because they should be 9-4 if the Bills could snap a ball. They'd be 9-4.
Well, let's get into that. Don't get me going.
No, you know what I mean. I'm saying on the Vikings end, they really were gifted a win. So,
for sure, no doubt about it.
The next game at 4:30 is it's the Ravens at 9-4 with Huntley at quarterback taking on the Browns at 5-8, and we have Cleveland -3 and the over/under 38. I
got 2.5 over here, by the way.
You got 2.5 over there? It is 2. It did move. Okay, 2.5.
That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. And geez, I like why can't the Ravens? You know what? I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing it. But why can't the Ravens?
I love the Ravens.
You like them at 2.5? I do like the 2.5.
This is probably my favorite game of the day.
All right. So you like Baltimore?
Yeah.
2.5. Favorite game of the day?
I got to look into it more. I got to see what all's going on with those two. Is Lamar coming back?
No,
not
this week. Anyway.
Can I ask why you like them so much, so convincingly over the Browns?
I think that their defense has been a lot better since they got Roquan. I thought last week their running game with Dobbins and what was his name? Stanley.
Yeah.
I thought they were good. I just think they have I think Deshaun Watson isn't in any kind of rhythm yet with that team. I just think that Baltimore has more weapons.
And I don't think Huntley's that bad.
No.
I myself think that this is the week that Deshaun's going to get his win. Unfortunately.
Think it'll be his week?
I think it's Cleveland's week. I think they're going to beat. I think Deshaun's going to get his first win this week at home.
I wouldn't bet it, though, would you? You wouldn't play it, would you?
I'll put it in early.
Yep. Do you play? Yeah, Cleveland. Cleveland plus the 2.5. -2.5. I'm sorry.
Right. And only because it's 2.5. If it wasn't 2.5, I wasn't going to bet it.
But now the big game. Weather they're saying anywhere from 3 to 7 inches of snow here in Buffalo, not here where we are, but down in Orchard Park. The 8-5 Dolphins coming to the 10-3 Bills. We got a Buffalo -7 and over under 43.5. Really, I guess everyone's good. There's going to be no excuses here. I believe the Dolphins have everyone. Hill is back, so he'll be ready to play. Right?
Their guys are hampered. They're hampered though. Like they got they got her hurt. What you call it? I know the one. Offensive lineman? I know he's hurt. I know Tyreek Hill's playing, but I know his ankle bothered him. Waddle is hampered a little bit with I think it's a hip. Maybe not a hip. I thought I heard he was hobbled a little bit too, but they're a little banged up. Not a ton, but they are banged. They're missing some guys this week, but
I gotta say, for me, Buffalo's gonna. I think
Buffalo's gonna beat the living shit out.
I think they beat him badly.
So do I.
This week, just because. Yeah. Just because I don't see this being. The weather's going to be a problem for Tua. The weather's just good, and that's not even. Don't get me wrong. They'd probably have beaten them anyways when they come up here if it was sunny. But I think the weather is going to just be too much. I think for Tua. I'm not saying for some others, but for him,
it's the wind.
The wind, yeah.
Tua doesn't have an arm like Allen has. Now, he's got a good arm. He's got an arm, obviously, but
18 degrees too.
I mean, dude, he's going to be throwing that ball, and there's supposed to be like possible 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. He's not going to be able to.
They're saying wind chill of 18.
I think you're going to see some turnovers.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a Bills fan. If I was just neutral, I was betting this, I would totally expect Miami to lose due to the weather situation, especially dude, they've been on long road trip. Like they've been in California. They stayed there for like 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
Coming back. And just like Jordan Poole said, dude, I don't care what you say. Oh, we're not thinking about the weather. Dude, they had heated seats in 50-degree weather, bro.
Right. Yeah.
50, 55 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, dude. You're a pussy.
Why did they do that?
Sorry about it, man.
Foolish. Really, you know why that was dumb? Because just of the optics of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
You really,
Sure.
why would you do that?
Or maybe not. Maybe it was mind games and they did it on purpose.
Right.
He could have. I could see a team doing that on purpose.
I'll say
week and blah blah blah. But
as long, I just this is one that I just can't see it happening.
Yeah.
I just can't see it happening.
I think Josh over rushing yards over.
I'm not betting.
Yeah,
this
I like
game,
the rushing yards,
but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't know if the 7's enough, which is why I'm not betting it. But if I were to lean one side, I'd go towards the Dolphins just because of the points.
You don't think the weather's going to interfere?
I think it's going to interfere just as much with the Bills as it will with the Dolphins.
Yeah, and I don't.
I don't either. Josh Allen's already proven he could throw in the wind.
And I think the thing with Allen is the running. I think his running is going to be it. Because I don't know if Tua will run.
Tua's not a runner, right? Like that's not really a big part of his.
Not anymore. Ever since he hurt his hip, you know, in Alabama.
Dude, Matt Milano lays one crushing blow on him and he's done.
Let me ask you a question, a Bills question, real quick.
Sure.
They bring back Beasley, and we talked about this, me and you, on the phone the other day. You know, it makes sense. He knows the system, whatever. You know. Did they miscalculate Gabe Davis because they might need to find a second option at wide receiver like next year? Because
I think there possibly was a miscalculation. Yeah.
And because I thought he was going to be something, and
So
I think they must have too. Yeah.
Drops the ball a lot.
Next year, they're going to find somebody else, I bet. They're going to have to get somebody.
He drops too many passes. Between him and Isaiah McKenzie, dude, those are the drops a lot twins. I mean, Isaiah McKenzie's probably lucky Beasley's coming back because the fans were going for that guy's head. Like, they're about tired of his shit with the drop passes. And, dude, he engages with people on Twitter. And I'm sorry, man. When you're a player, you should never, ever, ever do that. If you're a premier player, it's different. If you're a fucking B-rate player like McKenzie is, dude, keep your mouth shut and be lucky you're on a team. Yeah. You're so little. I mean, other teams might take you, but they're not going to really use you. You're going to be a punt returner.
Yeah. Yeah, you know I agree. Well, that was part of Beasley's issue. Remember, he was going on Twitter before he left here. And
he wanted a lot of money. I think that was another thing. He expected he was going to get paid by somebody, and he didn't have.
Yeah, Tampa was
such a cancer because of what he was doing. And look, hey, man, he came back. He said he did things wrong, and a lot of other people did things wrong. Not me. I didn't attack his family or anything, and I wasn't attacking him on Twitter or nothing, but I saw the attacks, but I saw him engaging with them. I mean, he was fighting with Mark Cuban and all these different people, but he said it's behind him. It's behind us. Clean slate. Hey, dude's fresh.
Perfect.
And it's right in time for us.
And it's perfect for them because he knows it.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Yeah,
it isn't like he
already said, plays are the same. Verbiage is different. That ain't nothing. I mean, dude, that is so huge, especially because he's fresh. That is so huge for Buffalo right now. They really needed it.
Yeah, because I think they're
signing with Dallas. Did you hear? He announced that.
Who is?
Odell's going to Dallas.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's not going to play until the playoffs.
Oh, wow. They're unbelievable.
No, they haven't announced if he's Jerry Jones came out and said this.
Good.
And I guess so, dude, I'm telling you right now, Buffalo really needed somebody like that. So that tells me that dude is not healthy enough to play.
I think so too. And Dallas kind of put a black mark on him out there by what they did when they almost made
signing him for this year is what he said.
Yeah.
And then they will evaluate things in the future.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, Dak Prescott's the quarterback, dude. I don't see the world getting lit. It's not going to get lit on fire. I'm sorry.
No. Let's go to 1:00 Sunday, guys. You ready, Robin?
Yes.
We've got the 5 and 8 Steelers against your guys, the 5 and 8 Panthers. It might make you some money.
Is Kenny Pickett out?
He is out. It's going to be either Trubisky or Rudolph, and they don't know which one yet. They both took reps with the first team. I read that today. A lot of people didn't practice, but I don't know. I mean, Harris didn't, and Freiermuth, and I see Carolina -3 and the over-under 37.5.
Not touching it.
I don't like it either.
No, me neither.
I would use Rudolph though this week if I was the Steelers. I think I'd
I
give
would
him.
too.
I think I'd give him a
I
roll
don't
of
think
dice.
Trubisky had put to after that last game. They got a lot of faith in that cat.
Yeah, it's time to go back. Give him. It's their year to really be bad. The Steelers, and again, they're another group that will try as hard as they can to get to 8-8 or
But
9.
but you know what? With the Steelers, they might be bad for a year, but you so see the potential is there.
Yeah, they got some
A
wide
lot of
receivers.
teams don't get that. A lot of teams are in influx for a couple of years after losing their starter.
The 2 wide receivers they have should be able to feed off each other. That Pickens and Deontay Johnson.
They got their number one wideout. They got their quarterback. They got their running back. Now
That's
they got
true.
to put complementary people around them.
And they still got Watt if he stays healthy. So
Yeah. Oh my God, that guy. So they need to add to their defense, and I think they'll be a lot better next year.
So we're not taking that game. We're off of that one. This is just terrible. The 10-3 Chiefs go to Houston to take on the 1-11-1 Texans. I see the Chiefs -2 touchdowns, over under 49.5.
I got 14.5, just so you know.
14.5.
You got
Okay.
14?
We have 14.
Yeah.
But okay. I like the game under
And what's the under?
49.5.
A lot of points, man. That's a
I
lot
just
of points, dude. And look what they did last week. I'm taking the Houston Texans with the points. That's just so many points.
It is 14.5.
And I'm not
a little
touching
roll.
the game at all.
Yeah, because it is a lot of points.
Yeah.
You have to go Houston in this one if you're going to play this game.
Yeah.
I do like the under though, and that is me saying that the Chiefs may cover.
That's what I'm saying. Like the over-under is 49.5. So they're not expecting, I doubt, the Chiefs to score 50 points against them.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm sure they think Houston's going to put up some points. So, yeah, I like the under on that myself, dude.
All right, the next 1:00 game is the 12-1 Eagles are headed to the 3-10 Bears. The Eagles are -9, over-under is 48.5. Fields is playing. I read that on Twitter. Claypool is not, but I don't even know if that matters because he hasn't really gotten involved. Man, I am a
I like
Bears.
the Bears, dude. I like the points again and the Bears. It's a rivalry game, dude. Those are always aren't they usually? Don't they usually play close games?
Well, they've had their moments, but they're not in the same division, but they've had their moments, and they
Always do, dude. They're due to lose again. They're due to lose again. They can't be this fucking good. Okay,
if Fields is
they got to have a down game here soon again.
if Fields is what he was before he hurt his shoulder, they're going to give them that.
How is he doing anyway? Have they said like how's he? How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's fine. The bye week was important. It helped and all that stuff. And
He's throwing the ball good then, or
that's what
what?
they're saying. Yeah, they're claiming he's fine. That's the claim on Twitter. I am.
Bet Justin Fields to score a touchdown. I would bet Fields to score a TD. I think that's something we should maybe bring into these bets we're doing.
Yeah, we probably should.
We don't bet on the game. There's other things you can bet on, and I would pick Fields for an anytime touchdown.
Run it down.
Absolutely. He scores almost every week.
Let's take that. Yeah, definitely. Do you like this?
I don't know what his over under is on rushing yards. I'm going to look right now.
You know what? There is no reason why Fields can't be like Jalen Hurts is. Like the same. There's no reason, and better, I think. But you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, listen to this. His over under for rushing is 69.5 yards. That's where he's at now as a quarterback. Jalen Hurts is 46 yards.
46
and a half.
Interesting. I'm not going. You're not going with this game.
I'm not.
I think it's going to be an interesting game. I can't wait to see them play after the bye.
Yeah, I don't know if
they do have
an answer for Fields.
They do. I know they do have Brisker back and they do have Gordon back. So that's good for the Bears for their backfield. Those were big misses the other day against the Jets. I think
Montgomery's been running.
Good. He's played well.
Good?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's done all right. When they give him the ball, I mean, he gets it. I think they're getting ready to move away from him. There's no doubt because they were before Herbert got hurt. He was taking more of the carries. I noticed, but yeah, they're still.
So can I ask you, are they doing more? Is Justin Fields getting all these yards on just the scrambling and off the playbook type shit, or are they doing designed runs with him now?
It's it feels like both.
Oh,
They haven't given him a lot of design. Good, they should be. I mean, that's the type of player he is. Just kind of like Josh Allen, just a smaller version.
And he is. I don't know if he'll ever be as good as him, but it reminds me of Allen year one. It's kind of got the same feel.
Yeah, he reminds me of Josh Allen's play. Definitely.
It's similar, but we'll see. He needs players bad around him.
Yeah, but I like that with the points, and I like the bet for him to score a touchdown.
This is a good one. Next game is going to be probably a good game. I wonder what the weather's going to be. We should know the weather. I don't know what the weather's going to be in the Meadowlands. I wish I did, because I think that could be a big key here in this Lions-Jets game. The 6-7 Lions against 7-6 Jets. We have the Jets just -1, over under 44.5. Wilson is going to start because White didn't clear. No Davis. If this game was in Detroit, I would be all over Detroit. This game being in New York, I want to get the weather in the Meadowlands. Because if it's bad weather, I'm a little concerned about what's Wilson going to do. I don't know. The Lions are probably the better team right now.
I'm sorry, dude. Wilson's terrible. I love Detroit in this game. If Mike White was playing, I was going to take Detroit. Zach Wilson, that's my game of the week. Like, this is my pick of the week, dude. This is the one I will put most of my bet. I'm not going to put a ton of money on it, but if I bet just a single game, it's going to be that. I would bet just straight up Detroit.
They are right now.
I might be wrong, but dude, they're trying to get into the playoffs. Jets ain't got shit to play for the most part. They're not getting in the playoffs. They could. Their possibility's still there, but they know that their team's so in flux with all that other shit.
Yeah, they need that defensive tackle back.
Just a clear throughout the day, low of 29.
I don't know if he's playing. Did we ever find out?
Williams,
Williams, is he playing for the Jets?
Quinnen Williams, it still isn't clear. He hasn't practiced all week.
He's not going to play.
If
he definitely doesn't play, I love the Lions. If he does, definitely going to be. I already like him anyway.
And there's no weather. I think I might go with the Lions too.
You might
in this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions also. I mean, there's two teams, and it's sad. It's unfortunate for the Jets because I think they're good. I think they're a good team.
Got great defense.
They got a great defense. It's now going to be banged up if he's not in the middle. And then the offense, unfortunately, has just, it just went haywire on them.
Small one out.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, dude, he was having a great season, great rookie year, and then all of a sudden, when he got hurt, they just tanked.
Yeah,
I like the under in this game. The under 44 in this, and
44.5.
44.5 it is now.
Well, I got him at 43.5. You guys are lucky.
Oh, went down to 43. Oh, maybe we go 44. You could split the difference.
Yeah, that's what I had in that. And if Quinnen Williams plays, I would go with the Jets plus the.
You think they could win the game with Wilson, huh?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I wonder if this. What a big game this is for Wilson. This is a huge game in a lot of ways.
But he's got it, dude. I just don't think he's that guy.
He might not be. I don't know.
I just don't think he is.
There's a maturity issue for sure.
There's no doubt about it, man.
It's really bad, you know. And for them to go away from him, think of it. Think about how bad it really is, and we don't even know.
I mean, when Mike White becomes healthy, is he the starter?
He should be, I would think, for the rest
everything
of the year.
You deserve it.
Because he's a tough kid.
Yeah.
And he's good. He's not bad.
Yeah,
he could have beat the Vikings.
Not to play this week. He wanted to play. He thought he was going to play. He was going to do whatever he had to do, and they told him you can't.
All right.
You got Milano'd, buddy.
Yeah, he did. He got folded up like a table.
One of the greatest.
It was perfect hit.
Perfect tackling hit that I think I've ever seen on video like that.
And it was probably a good thing that White jumped a little bit.
Because that he wasn't just solid?
Because that could have been ugly. Yeah, it's a good thing because that would have hit him in the chest. It kind of got him in the gut. I know that was bad, but it could have been vicious. It was perfect. Milano did what he had. I mean,
that was the textbook tackle,
it was
man.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
And he rolled off of him, so he didn't lower any weight on top of him and everything.
Yeah. Next game. And this goes to your bet of the car. I know in the beginning of the season, you took the Panthers to win that division.
Yes, I did.
This is a big game.
I thought Baker Mayfield was going to turn his life around. Huh?
The Falcons, I mean, maybe he already, I don't know. The Falcons 5-8 at the 4-9 Saints. It's a huge game. Ritter to make his first NFL start. We have the Saints -4 over under 43.5. I like the Falcons.
I do too.
Getting the point.
A rookie quarterback's first start, don't they generally lose?
I don't know. It could be wacky. I think these teams are going to keep it close. I don't know.
I got to look at that trend for starting rookie quarterbacks. Their first game.
I feel like sometimes, though, if I'm not going by trends, just off the top of my head, sometimes that's their best when they come off the bench.
I just don't. Yeah, that's true. Purdy. I mean, I don't know enough about Ritter. I haven't seen enough of him, so I'm going to stay away from that game myself.
You're going with the Falcons?
Yeah.
All right. The next one, and this one here has it written all over it, and maybe it's too easy. The Cowboys at 10-3 are going to Jacksonville, who are 5-8. We have Dallas -4. 48 the over-under. This says all over it Dallas loses.
I'm taking Jacksonville, dude.
Is everyone going to take Jacksonville?
I'm taking no one. I wouldn't touch this game.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville myself.
Jacksonville's playing good football.
I'll take the 4.
It's not like it's for a fluke game. Like Jacksonville's been playing pretty good, man.
Let Dallas win by 3 or something. I can't see them blowing them out. So,
I like them to lose.
But think about that. They're getting ready to play Philadelphia next week.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one. Going to Jacksonville, having to get in there.
Tell you right now, if they lose to Jacksonville this week, they are definitely losing to Philadelphia the next week.
I might believe that too. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence looks like he looks good.
Yeah.
Because dude, you got to consider this has got to be his rookie season.
Another one.
Last year, seriously, with what happened now over there.
That's true. Yeah.
He looks like he's going to be a guy, man, if he's got the right coaching behind him.
He kind of does. What do you think of him? Doesn't he look good?
I like him, yeah.
I like him a lot. I didn't expect it. I like him a real lot.
I hate the Zach Wilson stories. I like to see those guys come in and play good. It makes the league better.
Well, it's when we're looking at it's really Lawrence and Fields should have been 1 and 2.
Right.
Lance, I mean, we don't know. I mean, unfortunately, he gets hurt again. He got hurt. That was terrible for him. I'd have loved to have seen him, though. It's really unfortunate. I'd love to have seen him not get hurt with this. How good San Francisco is.
49ers.
I'd like to have seen. They would have really told you how good he could be.
For sure.
But I let's real fast before we got to get to the other games. Real quick, because it was from last night. I watched Purdy play college football. I watched college football like a lunatic. So I would watch Iowa State. I like the color of Iowa State. They're called the Cyclones. I like their colors. They're red and yellow. I've always watched them. That's where Breece Hall came from. That's where David Montgomery came from.
Yeah.
That guy is unbelievable. He's good. I can't believe Purdy is that good. And he was good in college.
Does he look better in the NFL than he did in college?
He looks the same.
He was Mr. Irrelevant, so that's a lot for his quarterback play.
He looks the same.
Good, but
he looks the same. Like it's the same thing. I mean, at Iowa State, he doesn't
seem nervous at all.
No, he
stands in there, dude. He takes hits. He extends plays. He looks like, dude, the 49ers might have their quarterback.
I can't believe how
what do you do next year if he takes you to the fucking Super Bowl?
Oh, he's my guy.
What do you do?
Jimmy G's on a.
What do you do with the other guy?
Can you trade him? With someone would take him, right? Maybe move him for a third-round pick.
There weren't people fucking second-guessing him at the beginning of the season after training camp and preseason. They were like, I don't know if he's a guy.
He's going to sit there backing up then. I guess he'll have to back it up.
Maybe, yeah, we'll see. Is his career over now? Could you
That's another thing.
Irrelevant takes away a number 1 draft pick. Holy shit.
I know.
I would love it when movies write themselves like that. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, I know. Trey Lance. I mean, that's
insane, dude.
Because if he brings him to the Super Bowl,
were they in the same draft?
Yeah. No. Purdy was this year.
Yeah.
Lance was.
Okay. I was gonna say that would be even better, dude. That would be even better.
But isn't it it's the Tom Brady story?
It is
all over again in a little way. He's not real strong arm, but Brady was never considered strong arm coming out of Michigan.
Brady was good up here, man.
And this kid might be too. I mean, I don't know. You see him on the sidelines. You're right. I don't care what's happening. He doesn't look riled. And for a 7th round,
he's played for like 5 years.
I know. And he talks. His rapport with the players is pretty good too. I was shocked.
Yeah,
like how he is. There's no
impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. I love Iowa State.
Dude, let's not forget. Let's dial it back a little bit. Our love of Purdy. He's on a fucking stacked team, dude.
Yeah, it is a good team.
I mean,
yeah.
Come on. I mean, Peterman could probably go in there and look pretty. Well, I might be stretching it.
Yeah,
but I can admit a few quarterbacks who could probably go in there and succeed.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt. They are a good team.
But he does look good. I mean, I'm going to give him that for being Mr. Relevant. I got to give him credit, man. He looks good. that even made the team is impressive.
The next game, speaking of what I feel is irrelevant, man, these are the 4:00 games, and it's not, I guess. The 7-6 Patriots are playing at Las Vegas, who are 5-8. We have Las Vegas -1.5 over under 44.5. No, I got the Cardinals game coming up.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing that after.
Oh, okay.
The Patriots and Raiders in Las Vegas. I don't know, guys, about this one. I don't really like. Do you like it?
I like the Raiders.
Do you?
Yeah.
Look, one thing in this game.
What do you like?
The over for Devontae Adams and his receiving yards. Depending on what it is, let me look.
What is it?
The over.
He's looking right now.
Yeah.
You like LA?
Yeah,
I mean, LA, Las Vegas. I mean,
Waller and Renfro are both.
Dude,
fun.
over under on Devontae Adams is 80 yards. I will take that all day.
over 80. And Waller,
80 and a half.
80 and a half.
Yep.
I mean, I could see why you like them because the Patriots just aren't that good. I'm sorry. They're just not. This record is fraud. I don't know how they're set. I can't believe they're not 5-8. I don't know. But either way, I could be coaxed into going with the Raiders in this game. And maybe Sunday I will because I'm just always looking to bet.
Dude, if you think about it, when Mac Jones came out and they drafted him, he was the one quarterback that the people said he's already at a ceiling. So you know what you got with him. And he hasn't changed much since last year.
No.
The play calling's different. That might be what's affecting him a lot more, I'm sure. You got Patricia calling his plays. He's a fucking defensive coordinator. Still don't get that.
Me neither. And I don't know how that's not being criticized.
The failure of Bill Belichick this year was that.
I don't know how that's not getting criticized at all enough. That should be criticized. That's horrible. I can't imagine anyone else doing that.
Dude, and when you criticize the guy, he acts like he's God.
Yeah.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, we're off.
He's always got the smart ass, low tone quip. I fucking hate Bill Belichick.
All right, here's another irrelevance. 4:00. The Cardinals at 4-9 are going to the Broncos, who are 3-10. Russell Wilson's not playing. Brett Rippon plays.
Oh, Brett Rippon, Colt McCoy. Let's turn it on. Is that the game of the night or what?
Yeah.
All I wrote
4:05.
all I wrote in my notes for this game is terrible.
Yeah, that's right. Terrible. Good notes.
That's all I wrote, and I'm betting absolutely positively nothing.
Yeah, you can't bet this game. I mean, it's Denver -3.
The only thing I
Denver's got
could
better defense.
possibly bet on it would be the under.
Yeah. Because the Broncos have a decent defense. They do. But I'm not playing.
Like, seriously, honestly, let me see what it is at. Let me check.
The under we got.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty low, dude. What's 36.5? And
36.
I can see it. I mean, Colt McCoy ain't late in the night fantastic, I'm sure.
No. And here, let's move on to 4:25 games. These are more interesting. The Titans at 7. This is really interesting. The 7-6 Titans at the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 7-6. We have the Chargers on this end at -3 and over under 46.5. I'm really not. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Because their defense. I bitch about Khalil Mack, and I still will. I just think he's old. But it's more Bosa. I just don't know what goes on over there. He doesn't play, and
he doesn't play like his brother.
Yeah, his brother's better. He plays. This guy here, the Titans might win. I don't know.
You guys stop. They're fighting like literally in front of my feet. Cut this shit.
I like the Chargers.
You like the -3?
I do.
I like that they got the receiver.
I like the Chargers as well.
Williams being healthy again, I think, just solidifies everything. And I don't think the Titans' defense is as good as it used to be.
And if Burks is out, that hurts too.
Yeah, that hurts them too.
The Titans just don't impress me, man.
No, it's
they just
Chargers are hot.
That's
puts them in the driver's seat.
The AJ Brown thing was stupid too. I think
that was the knife in that heart.
Yeah. And I think it took a lot out of that. Yes.
Never recovered from it.
No, because it makes sense. And yes, it's a playoff. The Chargers are the better team. The Chargers should make the playoffs.
We shouldn't even be sitting here debating on who to take.
Yeah, I know.
In this game. Even if there's 3 points, it should be like the Chargers are probably going to score like 30. But I like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are on a little bit of a roll lately. I think they're starting to get back into the groove, so we'll see. They need it, too, to get into the playoffs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because this is a must-have game for them.
Must game. This is a playoff game for these two teams in my mind.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a wild card.
The win puts the Chargers in the driver's seat because I think they'll have the tiebreaker in the wild card.
Yeah, they need this one. They need this one. They lose this game at home, it might be it.
Yeah.
I love this game, and I'm sure you guys might too. I don't know. The Bengals 9-4 at Tampa 6-7. The Cincinnati's -3.5 here. That's what we have. Over under 44.5. I'm not really concerned on the line. I like the Bengals a lot.
I think it should be 7 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I was doing it myself.
Tampa Bay doesn't
They're
score.
no good. They're just no good. They're just no good.
They just don't look at. If you look at their games,
Yeah, it's
they
over.
don't score. Right? I mean,
No.
so for me,
They might shut them
I
out.
would say I like the under, and I also like Cincy. It's not going to be a high scoring affair. I don't think.
What's the over under?
44.5.
44.5. Just Tampa Bay doesn't score.
I love the Bengals. This
Cincy's
is my
defense is not bad. They got a decent defense, man.
yeah.
I think he's going to blow them.
Think about it. If they win, they're 10-4. I mean, they've really come around the Bengals, and at the right time.
They had a horrible beginning to their season.
Yeah, they looked ridiculous. They looked.
Sure, they've had Super Bowl hangover. That's what everybody said.
They are something. You like the Bengals in this game?
I do not like this game.
You don't like it?
There's
You're
too
staying.
many injuries, in my opinion.
Well, you got out Boyd and Higgins, right?
Yeah, and then Vita Vea and Antoine Winfield.
But that's on the Bucks.
For the Bucks. Yeah.
All right, so you're staying away.
Yeah.
I love this game. I'll be betting it Sunday.
Okay.
It's my favorite game of the night.
If I was going to take it, I would take the
I
Bengals.
love it. 8:20 is a playoff game. On Sunday Night Football is a playoff game. This is good.
Yeah.
You got the Giants 7-5-1 who are struggling at the Washington 7-5-1. Washington is -4.5.
Hey, they're still in a playoff hunt, man.
Everyone is. This is a game. This is a playoff game. This is a big game.
Saquon Barkley said he said a little bit about his play recently. So might see a little spark with him.
There's something. I don't know. The Giants. I said this one time before about the Giants, and I think it was after the Bears almost beat them. I thought they were because they're from New York. I thought everyone was on the media was too much. They were making them better than they were. Like they were almost like they were like the 49ers or something.
They wanted them to be better, dude.
Yeah.
They wanted them to be better.
I think this was a good step for them. Obviously, what a good step.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They don't let that kid run anymore. The quarterback's got to go. Let him go.
Well, I haven't been watching their games. I stopped betting on Daniel Jones rushing stuff as he doesn't run it all anymore.
Doesn't feel like it. No, not like it was. I don't know why. I don't get it.
I love the Commanders.
Do you like Washington?
I do.
All right, Robin likes Washington. Do you like the Giants or what? Do you like anyone?
I like the Giants at +4.5.
The 4.5
Yeah,
is
it's at 1.5 points, man. I think it's going to be a close game.
that is. It's man. What a rivalry this is. This
Yeah.
is going to be good.
Saquon, I read that little article. I think he's got a little bit of feels like he's got to come out and prove something this week. So,
All right. Monday Night Football. Here's my question for you guys.
I also bet Saquon to score.
Saquon to score a touchdown.
I did bet that already. So
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Okay, you ready,
Yeah.
Robin? For both of you.
Sure.
If the Packers win all 4 of their games, the remainder of their games, which they could, because it's not really a tough schedule, all they need is Seattle to lose once, and either the Giants or the Commanders to lose 3 out of their last 4, and the Packers are in. Can the Packers make the playoffs in your mind? Can that happen?
absolutely, all that shit is so easy. That could easily happen. I can see all that happen.
I'm going to say no.
You don't think they run the table?
I don't think they can do it.
Packers have been playing better, man.
Yeah, I don't.
The Bears don't play them again, huh?
No.
Unfortunately, son of a bitch. But they do have a week schedule down the stretch here.
Look at the Packers schedule. Who do they play? They play the Rams this week.
They play the Rams.
Yeah.
They play.
I don't think they're really worried about that.
They play the Rams. You can find. Can you find it
Yeah.
real fast, or find it for us real quick? And I'll.
By the way, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Are we talking about the Rams Packers game?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. I would tell everybody, you don't have to bet this, but this is a prop bet that I love because he's been doing it almost every week for the past few weeks. Oh.
Nope. I think we froze.
Am I back?
Yep. You're back.
Okay. Am I here?
You're here. I
Okay.
hear you.
It's been happening for the past couple of weeks. You can hear me. You can't see me.
I can hear you.
What is going on? Okay. Am I good? I don't know what is happening all of a sudden.
You're
but
freezing, and I can hear you though.
it's got to be my daughter's got to be connected to the internet then or something. Are you connected to the internet? Because it's screwing me up here. I like Christian Watson, who's plus 800 to score. I'm going to bet him to score 2 touchdowns. And I'm also going to bet him to score a single touchdown.
Okay, I see what you mean. All right.
Dude's been averaging 2 touchdowns a week.
Yeah, he's the Chris Carter of the new.
And I listen to Aaron Rodgers every Tuesday on Pat McAfee's show. He loves this dude. He's so happy he's coming around. He said, I told you guys, special player. He's throwing that dude the ball. He's got his trust. Touchdowns, man. I'm telling you. He's 2 weeks in a row.
He is the Chris Carter of the new NFL. All he does is score touchdowns.
They beat the Packers doing this. The Packers have the Rams this week. Then on Christmas, they play the Dolphins.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
On New Year's, they play the Vikings.
I take back an easy schedule. It's not easy.
And then on the 8th, they play the Lions.
All right. It might be hard for them to run the table then.
Yeah.
They might not run the table, but keep an eye on that Christian Watson. That to do scoring.
Oh, I love that.
Touchdowns, dude.
I love the Christian Watson. Yes, I love it.
Scored out of the past. Let me look here, just so I don't misspeak.
No, he's constantly.
Past 2 games, he has scored, I believe, 2 touchdowns in each game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because I'm telling you, yeah, I agree. This is a great prop. We got to remember this for the night game because it just happens. It's just he's going to score
He's
one.
Throwing him the ball all the time.
Yeah,
so,
he's going to score.
I went the wrong way with my point. Yes. Yeah. Yep. He has scored a touchdown in the last 3 games. I'm sorry. He didn't score double touchdowns. Last game he did. But he has scored in the last 3 or 4 games for the Packers. Dude, Aaron Rodgers is looking for him. He's throwing him the ball. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to bet it, but I would imagine he's going to score a touchdown this week.
I wish the line was a little lower, but I think if Green Bay is going to ever have a game where the people can think it would be this week. So I'm going to go with the Packers minus the points in this game. Is it 7?
Yep.
Okay. I like them minus 7.
Yeah, I like them too, man. I'm going to bet them.
So
I think you're going to have a good game. I got him at 6.5.
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you got him at 7?
We had 7, but
on draft FanDuel's all fan. You're on DraftKings.
DraftKings, yeah.
Yeah, a half-point difference on everything, man.
I know it's weird, but anyhow, folks, big game for you on Saturday to watch the Bills play. That'll be fun.
I need it. Need it to stay number 1.
And this week is Christmas week, and I'm thinking this, Scott. Here's how we'll handle Christmas, and we might as well tell the viewers and everything.
Okay.
I think this upcoming Friday, which is the 23rd.
Yeah.
We might take this because all the podcasts are kind of taking the Christmas week kind of off.
Okay.
So, but we'll come back the 30th.
Okay.
Because that's the day before the college football playoff starts with Ohio State, Georgia, and TCU, Michigan. But we'll take the 23rd off because we'll go in line with the other 3 podcasts, and then we'll be back the 30th.
Do you want to just post something with at least post picks or something?
Absolutely. Yes. Let's post picks. Yes. Yeah. We will give out picks to everyone because that's what we do. We'll definitely give out the picks. The 23rd, we won't be here, but we'll definitely be back the 30th because we need to talk about the college football playoff and the NFL, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, because playoff implication. Playoff picture is going to start after this week. Should really start coming more into focus. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, Scott. We should go.
All right, man.
You take it easy. I'll be talking.
Okay, you guys too. Bye, Robin.
Take care, everybody. Good night.